Probably asking yourself, what's up with... What's up, guys? This is Jake from your gaming news of the week. Sorry again for having this makeshift kind of setup. Let me know if you guys actually like this setup. I'm just working with what I got, but I'm committed to bring you guys the gaming news of the week. News that I found myself interested in, and I hope that you guys are interested in this too. Anyways, let's get started with it. This week, PlayStation had their Tokyo Game Show showcase. Here's what mattered to me. Sony has stated that they have sold a total amount of 60.4 million PlayStation units in the world. They showed off new controller colors, which I absolutely adore. They also showed us the Gran Turismo PS4 Pro bundle and Call of Duty World War II PS4 Pro bundle. Can I say though, that Sony really needs to step up their game in making better console bundles. These PS4s look like they just photoshopped a decal from a random part of the game. Seriously, Xbox is beating hands down in that regard. Gran Turismo looks good, but simple and lame. The color is nice, but the small Gran Turismo logo on the controller looks like they could have done more. It's not as bad as Call of Duty, because it looks completely ugly, and I wouldn't know why anyone would get the bundle for any reason. I mean, just look at it. Yuck. Gran Turismo bundle will come out October 19th, 2017, and the ugly ass brother Call of Duty will come out November the 11th, 2017. Sorry about the light. I'm still working on trying to make it look good. I'm just one man. Give me a break. We get a Call of Duty World War II trailer, a Ni no Kuni 2 trailer, which I'm still really excited about. We got Earth Defense Force 5 gets a release date in December 5th. Now, will that release here in the US also? Maybe. Will we see it same day? Probably not. Earth Defense Force is definitely a Japanese style game that we have seen a lot of here in the States, but we don't honestly see a demand to bring them out here. But they always do. They show off a gameplay trailer of Dynasty Warriors 5, which looks cool and interesting with the whole open world aspect. Final Fantasy IX is out on the PSN now. Mic drop. I'm pulling this information from Kotaku, but it says that the Final Fantasy IX release is an enhanced version of Final Fantasy IX that includes HD cutscene videos, trophy support, and boosters, essentially cheats, to help players level and master weapons faster. The game also includes a PS4 theme and a set of player icons. Final Fantasy IX is on sale for $16.79 until September 26th, when it reverts to its normal $20.99. They showed off some more PlayLink games like Hidden Agenda, which looked really cool. Me and my friends played That's You a couple weeks ago, and I found that game really endearing and fun. I think it's a more polished versions of those Jack games. So if this interests you, please support. I mean, it was free, so I might as well play it, you know. Something that looks interesting was the VR room of sorts, where you can watch TV and maybe play games, all while hanging out in a virtual space. I thought this was really cool and what I've been waiting for in the VR. I think this VR is actually just for the orchestra or for TV programming, but nonetheless, it's a really cool idea. Let's say that you have a monitor that's really small, or a room that's really small. If you put the VR headset on, it makes you feel like you have this spacious room, that you have multiple screens so you can watch TV, watch Netflix. Can you imagine something like that? That would be incredible, almost like a VR room. Just do whatever and then you could customize it. Oh, I'm sold. I'm sold on it. Done deal. I'm buying a VR again. Boom. Big news of the conference was that they dropped the release date for Monster Hunter Worlds, and it's coming out January 26th, 2017. This is for all the territories also. Showed off some more gameplay and it looks beautiful. Can't wait to grind and have dope gear. PC release will get a later date. Again, shows off a PS4 bundle, which the logo on the PS4 looks good, but the controller looks weak. Did you guys see that Fortnite, the mining game, that tower defense combat against zombies or skirl, whatever they're called. They actually featured cross-platform play for a moment or two. I know, it's crazy, right? A spokesman from Epic Games stated that, quote, "We had a configuration issue and it has now been corrected. The users who noticed it posted this picture, showing off that they were together on 2 different consoles." Sony didn't respond for a request, but a Twitter user, Free Dreamer, asked Phil Spencer what he thought on it. "I would have liked to see them leave it on. Interesting. But Sony doesn't have to do cross-platform play because they are so far ahead and find it pointless. I mean, I would love to see them do it because it would help build the community of the games and have the games last longer because of it. But I'm not Sony, and I actually care about my users. Haha. Let us change our names." Also in Fortnite news, they announced that they are releasing their PUBG-inspired Battle Royale mode, where you play one of 100 players in a PvP mode, completely free for everyone on September 26th. I think that this is great for the game, and this is just an addition for people to get interested in Fortnite. It adds enough to the PUBG style game to make it different with the whole building bases aspect. I'm definitely going to try this one out, especially for console players. This will mull us over till PUBG comes out, whenever that will be. Sorry guys. I knew this was a weird position for you guys, so I got a tripod. So you will see that in the next time I snap my fingers, which will be right. Hey, looks good. We're just gonna get right back into it. Take it away, Jake. In news that everybody saw coming, Battleborn's developer, Gearbox Studios, has released that they have no more battle plans scheduled after the fall update. Gearbox Studios states, quote, "As of this week, there will be no more battle plans, and there is currently no planned content after the fall update," writes creative director Randy Vanel. "I've been working on Battleborn nearly exclusively since 2012, and in some ways, that work stretches back to 2009 for me. It's been a long labor of love with many of my good friends at Gearbox, and I'm proud to have shared that journey with you, our community. Your spirit and loyalty has been a constant inspiration to the team at Gearbox. The game will still be worked on, but just doing small fixes here and there for the foreseeable future." Now, that's incredibly sad, but we all knew that this was gonna come. Battleborn was released in a terrible window and just a few weeks before the highly anticipated Overwatch. It's sad, but if it means that the team is working on bigger and better things, Borderlands 3, then I'm all up for it. And with that, we say goodbye to Battleborn. We hardly knew ye. Did you guys know that there was a hidden NES golf game on the Nintendo Switch? Something strange was found by a Switch owner, and she was saying about how an NES golf game randomly appeared on her Switch. This golf game wasn't random, but a tribute to the late and great Nintendo CEO Satoru Iwata. Iwata, if you didn't know, was the CEO of Nintendo, but before that was a programmer on games like Earthbound, Pokemon, Super Smash Bros. Also, a little 18-hole NES game that he fit on a cartridge's modest memory. On July 11th, 2015, he succumbed to cancer at the age of 55. Thanks to Nintendo's directs, he also became associated with a very specific gesture. This one. Then in summer of 2017, hackers discovered an NES emulator referred to as Flog, and saw that the code was looking for a specific date, July 11th. And the code right before seemed to enable the Joy-Con 6-axis motion sensors. Apparently, the code was telling the guys that something will unlock on that day with a certain gesture. The motion laid out in the code's numbers appeared to match Iwata's famous Nintendo gesture. There's a bunch of videos out now of people doing this gesture and being greeted by the NES golf game. It's so nice to see that Nintendo doesn't forget one of their own, one of their greatest friends, and this is a great tribute to him. You are sincerely missed, Iwata. You left a legacy, and thank you for everything you have done for this. For more information, I recommend you go read the article by Arts Technica for more information on everything. News broke about the famous and fun PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds and how it hit another milestone last week by breaking Dota 2's record for highest concurrent player count on Steam. Dota 2's 1.29 million record was beaten by PUBG, hitting 1.3 million concurrent players. Concurrent players means just everybody playing all at once. Whoever is playing, and then they count that up. 1.29 million compared to the 1.3 million. Good God. Great job, Mr. PUBG. Doing a great game. Now just bring it over to consoles, and then I might have fun with it. As of now, I'm really terrible at it, but I guess that's not the point of the game. Something I found to be really cool, but also sad at the same time. The cool part was this dope fan-made version of Super Mario 64 with online multiplayer. You and your 23 other friends can get together in the Mushroom Kingdom and run havoc all over as your favorite characters like Waluigi, Princess Peach, and even Princess Rosalina. Seeing the footage just looked like it was bringing back so much fun to a 21-year-old game. The sad part though, as you may have guessed, Nintendo wasn't too happy about them building this game using Nintendo property. So they made multiple copyright strikes against the well-known ROM hacker Kaze. Before the takedown, it had pulled in more than 1 million views. But afterwards, all the videos and info boxes related to the work were taken down from YouTube. The source code and ROM hack files are still available through his website, though you do have to register in his forums to access. As for Kaze, before the whole takedown, he had a Patreon up, but due to legal stuff, Nintendo were behind a takedown, even though he said his Patreon donations were 100% independent of Super Mario Online. Kaze said he also is not going to dive into legal stuff about Nintendo's takedown on Patreon. He said that the money he made off the Patreon was not his livelihood. I knew that this happening was possible, he said. I'm financially stable. It is kind of like my side job. In an update, a Nintendo representative replied with the following statement. Nintendo's broad library of characters, products, and brands are enjoyed by people around the world, and we appreciate the passion of our fans. But, just as Nintendo respects the intellectual properties rights of others, we must also protect our own characters' trademark and other content. Well, we kind of saw all this coming, knowing that he was messing around with a Mario 64 ROM, and that Nintendo is notorious for throwing out copyright strikes for any known reason. If you're not like supported by them on YouTube, then you're more than likely gonna get a copyright strike just for a Let's Play or anything. So he knew it was coming, but still a cool concept. Online Super Mario 64, 24 people, that's ridiculous. In that type of game, I don't know if you'll get anything done. Alright guys, that's it for me this week. I'm sorry about changing that from this. I hope to keep this kind of format going, even if, you know, I can't shoot with professional stuff or something along the line. I will produce a video for you. If it's not out Friday, it will be out Saturday. I just want to make sure that I just keep this up and I really, you know, share content of video games that I truly love. And I want to share it with you, and I hope you guys enjoy. Leave a comment down below. Let me know what you guys think about today's stories. I think that the Super Mario's online thing was absolutely cool idea. But you know, when you're messing with the dragon, you're gonna get the flames. Also, give us a thumbs up. It really helps us out. Share this video around. Thank you guys for sticking with me through this episode. I know it's kind of hectic, but I'll see you guys in the next episode. Remember to tip your waitresses. If not, then I'll be there to tip them. Bye. Bye.